Today, we are making this adorable little fish pouch. It can hold your AirPods, lip balm, or any cute essentials you like to carry with you. If you love crochet tutorials and studio vlogs, please take a quick second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell button so you never miss any of my future videos. Let me know in the comments what colors you are planning to use for your fish, and let's just jump right into the materials we need to get started. For this project, I will be using milk cotton yarn. You can use just one color or pick two if you want contrasting things like mine. You will also need a 2.5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle. Now, if you want to add the little bead eyes like mine, you also want 2 or 3mm beads and a wire needle threader to help slide them onto your yarn. But don't worry at all if you don't have them. This pouch looks just as cute without them, or you can embroider the eyes later. To start, we're going to use our wire needle threader to slide the 2 beads onto the yarn. First, I'll add both beads onto the wire tool. Then slide the yarn through that wire loop. Hold onto the beads and gently pull the handle to slide the beads right onto the yarn. Now, we are going to make a magic ring. To do this, hold onto your yarn and flip it over to form a loop, making sure the short tail lies underneath the long working yarn. Insert your hook, pull the yarn through that ring, and chain 3. Now for row 1, we're going to make 12 double crochet stitches right into the center of the ring. This chain 3 will not count as a double crochet. Now we will pull that short tail to close up our magic ring, and then make a slip stitch right into the top of that initial chain 3 to complete the first round. For row 2, chain 3. Then we will make 2 double crochet stitches into every single stitch all the way around. The chain 3 does not count as a stitch. When you reach the second double crochet of your second increase, slide 1 bead all the way up to your hook. Let the bead sit right there against the stitch, and make our second double crochet of that increase as normal. Continue to make 2 double crochets into every stitch until we have just 2 stitches left in row 2. Once you reach this point, slide your second bead right up to your hook and repeat the same steps to lock it into place, and finish up the last few stitches of the row. By the end of row 2, you should have a total of 24 double crochet stitches. Make a slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. For row 3, chain 3, make 1 double crochet into each of the first 3 stitches. Then, in the 4th stitch, make an increase of 2 double crochets into that same space. Repeat this pattern of 3 double crochets and 1 increase all the way to the end of the row. By the end of row 3, you should have a total of 30 double crochet stitches. Make a slip stitch to finish row 3. For row 4, chain 1. Make 1 single crochet right into that same stitch as our chain. Chain 4. Skip 2 stitches and make 1 single crochet into the 3rd stitch. We're just going to repeat this step until we reach the last 2 stitches of the row. At the last 2 stitches, instead of doing a full chain 4, we're going to chain 2 and then make 1 double crochet right into the top of our very first single crochet from this row. For row 5, chain 1 and make 1 single crochet right into the same stitch as chain 1. Next, chain 4 and then make 1 single crochet into the next chain space. Just repeat this step until the last chain space. When you reach the last chain space, chain 2 and make 1 double crochet right into your first single crochet to close the round like the previous one. Repeat this exact same netting pattern all the way until you finish row 14. After finishing row 14, we're going to change color here. So just chain 1, cut your yarn and pull it through to secure it. Pick up your new color, pull the yarn through the chain space and chain 2. This chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Now make 2 double crochets into the chain space. Then 1 double crochet into the single crochet stitch from the previous row. We're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. By the end of this row, you should have a total of 30 double crochet stitches. Make a slip stitch to finish row 15. For row 16, chain 2, and again this chain does not count as a stitch. Make 1 double crochet right into that same stitch as the chain. Then make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. In the 3rd stitch, we're going to make 3 double crochets into that same single stitch. Repeat this pattern 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches and a 3 stitch increase all the way until the end of the row. At the end of row 16, you should have a total of 50 double crochet stitches. For row 17, chain 1. Make 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, then chain 3, and make a slip stitch right back into the base to form a 3-chain picot stitch. Just repeat this pattern until the end of the row. Once you make your final slip stitch to close the round, you can fasten off. To make fins on the back of the fish, flatten it completely to make sure the 2 eyes are perfectly balanced on each side. In case you didn't insert the eyes, just flatten it and find the line of chain spaces. Grab the same color yarn we used for the tail. Insert your hook into the 3rd space from the head and chain 1. Make 1 single crochet, 1/2 double crochet, 2 double crochets, then a 3-chain picot stitch, 1 double crochet, 1/2 double crochet, and 1 single crochet into that same space. I have added the pattern right at the top of the screen, so you can follow along and repeat the same steps to make the other 2 fins in the next spaces. After finishing that last fin, make a slip stitch into the double crochet of the head. Then chain 100 to make the strap. Once you have finished your chain, you can fasten off, cut your yarn, and grab a yarn needle. We are going to weave this end into row 15. Go through 2 stitches and then skip 2 stitches along the row. At the end, tie a knot to secure it and weave the remaining yarn and hide it. To finish up our fish, we are going to add 2 final little fins right on the cheeks. Locate the second chain space down from your back fins and insert your hook into the second stitch away from them. We are going to repeat the same pattern sequence here that we used for the back fins. Once that's done, just repeat the same steps on the other side of the face. Fasten off and weave in your ends when you are finished, and your little fish is completely done.